I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape on my back, and an appetite for adventures. Questing led me to recover King Edward's magic mirror, and he rewarded me with his throne. I inherited a flawed but charming kingdom, and I worked tirelessly to restore the land to its former glory. That trellis looked better over there. In a few short years, I had grown into the king I'd always wanted to be. And while I was proud of the Daventry I had shaped, something still felt like it was missing. Wait! No! There is absolutely no way that could be right. There's no way that could have happened. I was too invested in that owl. I must have missed a detail in the story. No, I didn't abandon that owl family. I found a way to save their son. Over there, really. I forgot one small detail. I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape on my back, an appetite for adventures, and a small shovel in my pocket. Buried in the soil was a tiny, spiniferous thorn seed. No treasure there. A tiny acorn had been planted in the dirt. Or here. Hey, I'm flexible. Something's still missing in this bird brain equation. I'll try again. Okay, apologies. One last time. I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape on my back, an appetite for adventures, a small shovel, one miniature acorn, and the seed of a spiniferous thornweed. I planted that miniature acorn in the ground, a way to commemorate new beginnings. You really like watching that baby bird suffer, don't you? It's all a big hoot to you. Does your mother know? Or should I talon you? That trellis looks better over there. It's not a matter of when the badger will strike it. Over there, really. That looked like a great spot for a spiniferous thornweed plant to thrive. The family of chirping owls brought a smile to my face, but anguish to my heart. My kingdom was thriving, but I was alone. Who was I building this Daventry for? The loneliness of the road that night was only offset by the company of my hungry, rumbling tummy. I headed back to the castle for a bite to eat.
What good is all this food with no one to share it with? Oh, how rude of me. Here you go.
Sire, Daventry Decree 74311.
I know. No animals are allowed at the table. Did the bakers ever respond to my invitation for dinner?
They declined. Said they couldn't find a sitter.
You're right. Perhaps the guards would accept an invite for dinner.
Oh, Graham, we'd love to.
We'd love to, but...
Yeah, Decree 911 to the 23rd power.
Afraid so, sire.
As you were. Oh, before I forget, Larry, you know I restored the budget for your own personal steed, right?
Oh, right. My own personal steed. Thank you.
Well, I suppose I could use the surplus on masking the odor of number 2. No, I mean Royal Guard number 2. He smells like syrup.
It's intolerable, really. It's gotten so bad my helmet fogs up.
You'll get used to it.
You're absolutely right. We should create a dinner guest out of all this extra food. Why didn't I think of that?
Such big muscles. Can't believe you had trouble finding a girlfriend.
I worked on those muscles for myself, Gwendolyn. Thank you very much. Someone had placed a second throne next to mine as a hint. I bet it was Royal Guard number 2. He was growing old and anxious for Graham kids.
Really? You're using your own name in puns now?
You're right. That pun was chairless.
What good is all this food with no one to share it with? Well, would you care to join me for dinner?
Dinner sounds lovely, but I'm only allowed to leave my post in times of distress. Or if that plate of peas needs to be replenished. Oh, I think they went too strong on the lavender again. I can smell the spices from here.
You're absolutely right. We should create a dinner guest out of all this extra food. Why didn't I think of that?
You're not fooling me. That's not where that goes. Round peg, square hole. Now's not the time for that. That didn't round peg, that didn't fit there.
More peas, sir. Apologies. I'm allergic to the lavender.
not fool.
Can you fan some of this lavender smell away from my nostrils? Achoo! Please.
You're not fooling. Round peg. Now's that round peg.
Can you fan some of this lavender smell away from my...
Well, that's a good start. What else can we add to her? You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
What about a hat? What should we use for the face? You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
What should we use for the face? You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
Ковер, наверное, надо забрать, пока он будет ходить.
Pea refill?
Да.
Perfect. What should we name her? No, that's my sister's name. You know that. I'm thinking something that ends in a soft consonant.
It was at that exact moment when the magical mirror called out to me. The mirror showed me a magical reflection of a tower far away in the kingdom of Kolima. It told me that the princess I would marry was trapped at the very top, waiting for me to rescue her. Wasting no time, I grabbed a beautiful ring from the royal treasury and headed off to save my future wife. Ha! Looks like my nursemaids are here. Can you excuse me for half an hour?
You got it, Grandpa.
Gwendolyn, it's your move.
Oh. What's taking them so long?
I'm honestly not sure. He's probably just distracting the nursemaids with his jokes.
For 4 hours?
Would that really surprise you?
No, I guess not.
So, are you excited for Grandmother's birthday?
I haven't even picked out her present yet.
Mother helped me pick out mine. I'm told it's the perfect gift.
All right, children. Your grandpa is now ready for you. Gwendolyn, he asked to see you first.
Can we go together?
Best not to overwhelm him all at once. Besides, I need God's help with the daily decrees.
Is it alright if we finish this after lunch?
Go ahead. Wouldn't want to keep him from his favorite.
Your grandfather doesn't have favorites, Scott. He loves each of you in his own special way. Now tidy up and meet me in the throne room. I've got 3 trays of appetizers with your name on them.
Own special way. Doesn't matter. Not with Addendum 48677 in the books. Ah, bother.
Come on. There's got to be another one in there. Just one more. One last quest. Another notch in my feather. A voyage to Neptune's kingdom. Or a journey through the infinite desert. Please, Mira. One final adventure.
Grandpa,
Ah, just the person I wanted to see.
are you doing alright?
I am now.
Did they find you the right medicine?
Your company is better than any medicine in those vials. Yeah. Now, come, sit. This time, you picked the story. Something with a dragon, perhaps.
Actually, could you tell me more about Grandma? Everyone knows she's a great queen, and she's nice and regal and wonderful. But none of that's helping me pick out her birthday present. I want to get her something really special.
Of course. I suppose there's no better place to start than at the beginning, when my travels led me to the Enchanted Isles.
Grandpa, Mom used to tell me this story before bed. Hasn't everyone in Daventry heard this? You climbed that tower, rescued Princess Valenice, fell in love, and lived happily ever after.
Well, fairy tales have a bad habit of simplifying matters of the heart. They weave tales that love just happens easily and with no effort required. The real story is far more exciting than what you've been led to believe. I hadn't even... True love. Fate brought me to that tower to find my true love. But which one was she? I played with a magic mirror to show me a sign.
Princess, will you marry me?
Wait, hard pass. Hard pass? You've only just laid eyes on me, and now you're proposing?
Don't you believe in love at first sight?
Oh, sorry. I'm nearsighted. All I saw was an amorphous cape cliché stumbling into my bedroom window. Oh, please stand up. You're embarrassing yourself.
Yes, well, my apologies. My one true love.
Seriously? I just watched you propose to my friend. Over there! Like 10 feet away!
So that's, no?
Yes. I mean, yes, that's a no!
Well, no bother. We shall now proceed with the rescue mission as planned. Princesses, if you would be so kind as to toss down your long, luxurious golden locks of hair?
You're joking, right? No one's had that hairstyle for decades. Centuries, really.
Please tell me buried inside that ornate cape is a real escape plan. Like a trained eagle, or flying berries, or an adventuring rope.
Adventuring rope?
You're a bit of a ropeless romantic now, aren't you?
Well, looks like you're stuck here with us. An intro might be in order. My name is...
Earthquake?
Not quite.
Steady that shelf! Oh, good catch. Over there, if you would. Lovely. Right there, to your left.
Блять, я должен выбрать.
Nice moves. Quick feet.
I felt like the magic mirror was playing
Unlucky.
games with my heart. Was it watching every move I made? Did it already know who my queen was? I needed to relax. I needed to be myself. I needed to help clean up the mess I made. What was this dark magic? An invisible wall guarded the outside world from me. If I wanted to impress the princesses, I would need to find another way to get that vase.
That didn't fit. You're around.
A vase sat just outside the boundaries of a spell keeping me inside the tower.
Which princess did you talk to first?
Hey there. Sorry about earlier. Things got a little... weird.
It's all right. We all go a little awkward sometimes.
I'm Graham, by the way. As in King Graham of Daventry. As in King Graham the... Brave.
Brave, huh? Pleasure to meet you, Graham. I'm known as Niece. As in Princess Niece of Western Kalima.
Is niece short for something?
It is, but only my family calls me by my full name.
Oh. I see.
Yep.
Okay then. So, I should also apologize for forgetting my adventuring rope. I guess nothing was planned in my proposal.
Yes, the adventuring rope. Sorry, I was just joking. Rope wouldn't help us.
It wouldn't?
If there was a way to escape, we would have done it by now. I've tried Pegasus summoning, beanstalk repelling, wishing on magic stars. You name it. V even constructed a hang glider out of sheets and hangers once. Nope. We're all bound to this tower by some outdated wizard spell. You know, one that needs some nonsensical ideal of love to break it.
I see.
I knew from reading Courting Queens to Hold Court the importance of a good first impression. I would have to choose my next words carefully.
So...
Do you go here often?
What brings you here? To this tower?
Well, I saw this tower on the edge of my kingdom, and a little old lady told me there was a majestic unicorn at the top. I leapt at the chance for adventure. My siblings are never going to let me live this one down.
Let me guess. Goat with a horn glued on?
Do you know Mr. Fancy Cakes?
We go back.
I don't know where he went off to.
Another question, if you'd humor me. What's your favorite jelly bean?
Popcorn, of course. Is there any other option?
Not in my book. So, you don't have a ring. Why are you still on the market?
The fact that guys like you keep saying things like that? I'll happily stay in my current state until I feel it's right. Well, that was a pleasant enough distraction, but we best get back to tidying up.
Облажался с последним выбором.
Advanced crosswords, riddles, and puzzles. The whole book was solved already. I wonder who it belonged to.
Oh, that's V's. She loves logic puzzles. Ask her where it goes.
Hello. I thought perhaps we could have a do-over.
A rematch? All right. Well, we could start with your name.
My name? Of course. I'm King Graham of Daventry. King Graham the... Wise.
The Wise. Nice to meet you, Graham. I'm V, as in Princess V of Eastern Kalima.
So, do you come here often? To this tower?
Well, it's an embarrassing story, but I'm not one to lie. An old woman bet me I couldn't climb to the top of this tower and beat the record. I'm never one to back down from a challenge.
Did you beat the record?
Of course I did. Crushed it. But now I'm trapped up here. I do hope Dad is not too worried. And that he remembers to change the Leviathan's water.
Leviathan?
So what about you? What brings you here?
I was also trying to beat the record.
Really? What was your time?
Такая рожа, блин.
30 seconds.
If you wanted to lie, you could have at least picked a time faster than my record of 28.9 seconds. Now go on. We should get back to cleaning. I read that at least 3 times a year. Could you put it back over there? Appreciate it.
An unfinished masterpiece. No idea where this belongs.
I'll finish it someday. Until then, it goes over there. Appreciate it.
The take-home version of a battle of wits. Huh. I didn't see a spot for board games. The sparkly purple book had a winged Pegasus on its cover. Perhaps one of the princesses would know where it went.
The hidden magical world. Each page brings me more joy than the last. Can you put that over there? Very nice.
Bongos. Perhaps they go with the kitchenware. It was cold at the top of that tower. All I knew how to make was chocolate chip pancakes, and I didn't see any chocolate chips. This puzzle box busted in the fall and could use some fixing.
My dad and I used to play this game for hours. It goes on that shelf. Appreciate it.
Some sort of nunchuck made of bone. At least it was a self-sustainable business model.
These. She never lets me touch them. She'll know where to put them. My bongos! Oh, V says these are nothing but treble. Can you put them back over there? Thank you.
What can I say? As an only child, I was in constant need to keep myself entertained. Appreciate it.
This puzzle box busted in the fall and could... Shame. It looked like the loot cracked in the tumble and was in need of a repair.
Do you have any ideas on how to grab that vase?
I'm sure a caring gentleman like yourself has a plan.
Do you have any ideas on how to grab that vase?
I'm sure a clever fellow like you can figure it out.
Huh?
Wow! Impressive. Excellent work, Graham. It's Hagatha! You better hide.
Oh, I can't
Nice
stand
battles.
that soggy woman. Won't even speak to her.
V, that's not very nice.
Might not be nice, but it's true.
You've never been one to give the time of day to people you don't like.
Seriously, she looks like a melted marshmallow.
Everything tip-top up here? Ah, how are my delicate little flowers?
We're splendid, Hagatha. Thank you.
Looks like you lovelies missed a spot. What was that?
Nothing.
That's right, dearie. A good princess should keep her thoughts on the inside. Just like we practiced.
Down.
Oh. Out of place?
Aftershock?
Oh, sweetie. We'll need to continue working on your awkward bungling. Looks like
Слишком
my
рано, что ли,
garden
пошел?
needs to be weeded.
Zods, this...
That's right, dearie. A good princess should keep her thoughts on the inside. Just like we practiced.
sweetie. We'll need to continue working on your awkward bungling.
I've been working on my sleep giggles too.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. That smell. From over there. Yes, yes. What do we have here?
Agatha, would you like
Don't interrupt. It's rude.
Whatever you say.
Я что-то должен делать, я не могу двигаться.
Gotcha.
What the fuck?
Oh, joy! Looks like another princess's turn-up party.
Princess?
Long, flowing gown, pale skin with rose-colored cheeks. Decorated dress, then, wait. Oh, the scent of lavender. I recognize a princess when I see one. Welcome to my tower. I'd invite you to dinner, but you don't really have a choice. Oh, Agatha. Good one.
Delighted to make your acquaintance.
Oh, what a sweet little princess. Need to work on your grace, though. Now come. It's time to eat.
Hum's face. Hush!
What was that? What's everyone feel like for dinner?
I'll take savory. Sweet, please.
After dinner, Agatha excused herself and told us to get our beauty rest like all good princesses should. The sun was setting, but none of us were sleepy. Vi suggested we play a game to pass the time. Niece picked out Moral Quarrel, a casual social game. Vi preferred something more competitive, but begrudgingly went along with it.
All right. The first step is we answer all the cards in front of us. We must answer honestly, or the game won't work.
A magical genie offers you one of two very specific wishes. A, you can live one life that lasts 1,000 years. Or B, you can live 10 lives that last 100 years. Which do you choose?
Ну и вопросы.
You are a royal guard on the lookout for an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. When you finally apprehend this sorcerer, you discover he is Charles, your childhood best friend. Do you A, tell Charles to leave town and never return? Or B, throw your friend in the castle dungeon? Would you rather A, have a pet dragon, or B, be a dragon? Would you rather A, have a
Блин, я
tail
прокликал.
that never stops loudly tapping against the ground, or B, have noodles for hands? Well, that wouldn't allow you to pick up.
Dragons have tails.
Я какую-то хуйню заказал, чтоб рука дергалась. Have noodles for hands.
Come on with it. This is the easy part.
Would you rather A, constantly reek of syrup and not smell it, or B, constantly smell reeking syrup?
I actually like the smell of syrup.
First, we mix up our hands. At the start of our turn, we choose which player we want to try to pair with. We'll then ask the question from the card at the top of our decks. If both asker and askee answer the same way, they both place the card on one of the 3 spaces between them. Once there are 3 cards between the 2 players, they both win the game. If there's not a match between players, the card must be discarded. If a player runs out of cards before matching 3, they lose. Graham, are you getting all this?
Oh, Mirror, which one is it? Is it me? Is it Niece? Do they like me? Do I like them? What does my breath smell like? Oh, lavender. And, ew, eggs. We're inside. Should I take my hat off? What if they don't like capes? That's silly. Everyone loves capes. What if they're allergic to Triumph? Please tell me this is my inside voice.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, nothing. Just in my relaxed box.
Ready to begin? Graham, you start.
A magical genie offers you one of two very specific wishes. A, you can live one life that lasts 1,000 years. Or B, you can live 10 lives that last 100 years. Which do you choose?
Чё я? Лол? Чё? What?
100% B.
I agree. Think of all the lives you could lead. Explorer, artist,
А, я
pirate,
типа до этого
vampire.
выбирал.
Or a ninja, or a zombie.
Graham. A rich merchant inadvertently drops one shiny gold coin on the ground. You see a poor, hungry orphan pick it up. Do you A, convince the orphan to be honest and return the coin, or B, turn your head the other way and let the orphan keep the coin?
B. The orphan needs that money more than the merchant does.
I chose A. I figured that honesty would be rewarded with more than just one shiny gold coin.
Graham? You have been hunting for your starving family all day and only managed to catch a small goose. On your way back home, a hungry beggar offers you magic beans in return for the goose. The beggar tells you that the beanstalk sprouted from his beans will lead you to a chest that produces unlimited food. He would go after it himself, but his legs are too tired and old. Do you A, kindly reject the offer and bring your starving family their dinner? Or B, let the beggar eat the goose and plant the beans in your yard?
Ну, она, наверное, Б выберет. Мне кажется. Мне нужно выбирать варианты, которые они, как бы, принцессы выберут. Но вот эта принцесса любит приключения, поэтому она явно, типа, вот этот вариант выберет. Посадить бобы.
I mean, magic beans.
Yep, magic beans! Magic beans!
You are a royal guard on the lookout for an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. When you finally apprehend this sorcerer, you discover he is Charles, your childhood best friend. Do you A, tell Charles to leave town and never return? Or B, throw your friend in the castle dungeon?
Ну, вот это выберет точно кинуть своего друга в Castle Dungeon. Очень справедливое, там, ну, точнее, очень, блять, как это, короче, жесткое в этом плане. В плане правосудия.
I pick A.
I agree. Charles should be banished for the crimes he committed. But I couldn't imprison a friend.
Niece and I won the game. She looked like she was holding in a victory dance. We looked upset, not because of me, but because she hated to lose. When the sun went down, the air turned frigid. We decided it was too cold to play another game and headed to bed. The walls of the tower were pretty thin, and embarrassing as it is to admit, that night I overheard the princesses talking about me.
So, what do you think of King Graham the Wise?
Funny. He told me he was King Graham the Brave.
I knew it was nothing.
This seemed like the
Сука, я
perfect
так и
time
знал,
for us
надо
to
было
leave
выбирать
town.
одно и то же.
I was interested in getting to know my new home better.
Жесть.
This puzzle box busted in the fall and could use some fixing. It was... all I knew how to make was chocolate chip. Shame. It looked like the... I wasn't ready for bed yet. There was still more to it. Once upon a time, a beautiful
Да, что
princess
ремонтировать
locked
herself
herself away in a tower and patiently waited for a charming prince to come and rescue her.
Oh, I do miss her.
The months turned to years, and no prince ever came to whisk her off to a happy ending. The witch grew bitter and mad. She began kidnapping princesses in order to increase her chances of being rescued. That seemed to be missing a piece. That seemed to be missing a piece. The enchanted canvas painted a younger portrait of whatever stood in front of it.
Понятно.
Years of appearance-changing potions eventually took their toll and backfired, turning the princess into a soggy hag with a floppy tail.
But the potion could be reversed, right? She could lose the tail and her skin would change back to normal.
I'm afraid not, Gwendolyn. Agatha took it too far. There was no coming back.
Так, а здесь что? Здесь только одна стрелочка.
Agatha never left the tower, so she would send the princesses on her errands. They would fetch this ingredient or that trinket. She used a special enchantment to poof them out of the tower, and after some time, poof them back in.
Why didn't they ever tell anyone they were trapped up there?
If they did, the spell would instantly pull them back in.
Magic is so arbitrary.
Los Charcistra.
I would hold off on flashing that ring again.
Not gonna make that mistake twice.
Hey there. What's shaking?
I cracked my lute and I don't have the right tool to fix it.
Want me to try to fix it?
Do you have the tool I need?
Nope.
Then I'll take care of it.
How's it going?
My favorite puzzle box is broken. I'm not sure how to fix it yet.
Want me to try to fix it?
I'll get it.
I was stuck. I needed advice. Too bad I couldn't just dart over to the town square. Or could I?
Unlucky.
This sorcery was very finicky. It would teleport you away from the tower, but only for a limited time. And you needed something from the place you wanted to go to.
Поедем к кузнецу. По-моему, это кузнец Майя.
Ah, the old tournament board. Don't know why I need this, but that's never stopped me before. Ah, the old tournament board.
Взял фотку мелкого пиздюка Мэнни, и я смогу к нему полететь через телепорт. О.
Graham!
Amaya! Oh, it's been far too long.
Wow. Are you here for a permit?
A permit? For what? These concealed weapons?
Seriously, my washboard is broken. Can I do my laundry on your abs?
I'll think on that.
Come on! At least let me sharpen these boots on those calves.
Hey, I'd recognize those shiny biscuits anywhere. Are those...
What, these? Of course not. He's just a friend. I admit to nothing.
I see. I guess Whisper can...
Don't say it! Ah, Zards! I tell you to think before you speak, but we all know that's not the Amaya way.
Well, the Amaya way is exactly why I'm here today. I need advice. On love. It's a long story, and I'll explain later, but I may have met someone. Or someone's. How do I know if she is the one?
Hold your snoots, Muscles. You came in here to ask me about the mushy stuff?
I did.
On purpose?
Trusting my gut landed me in a pretty embarrassing situation.
All right. Emotions. Emotions. I can do this. It's like Papa always told me. Marry quick and without care. If they leave you, it won't matter, because, you know, you didn't care about them.
Найс, найс
Fine.
просто совет.
Digging deeper. Oh. What's this feeling? Weird. Graham, I'm not sure where I dug this up from, and I hope to bury it immediately after we're finished, but can I ask you a question?
Fire away.
I know most people will give you a gaga head in the clouds response about the ingredients for true love. But have you given any thought to what you're willing to put up with? Like what you could learn to love?
Oh, you mean like if she's... Oh, you mean like if she's too critical? Well, I could learn to appreciate the thinking that goes into being critical. And also, if she's... Oh, she's messy. Well, I could be the clean one. These biceps have buffed a lot of floors. Oh, the spell. It's kicking in, pulling me back to the tower.
The what?
The tower. No time to explain. It's...
I'm sorry, which way is the tower again?
that way. The tower is that way.
Thanks for that.
Oh, a tool. Do you have a tool I could borrow? For, you know, fixing stuff?
Sure. What size are the bolts?
The twisty kind?
Here, take this old wrench. She's got at least one good fix left in her.
Thank you.
Ah, King Graham. What have you gotten yourself into? Twinkle Toes! I need you to run!
Through your mind?
No, not through my mind. Graham needs you.
Вот, чё? Да ладно.
No way.
I told you no detail would be overlooked. Underneath Manny's mask was the face of a goblin.
Nice twist.
Блин, я не смогу посмотреть на лица молодого. Потому что уже выкинул.
You're not fooling me.
This might help.
It will, actually. Thank you.
No problem.
You want to solve this one together?
I would love to.
Here, you take side one. Good move. Almost there. Good move. We got it! Could you play me a melody to help me sleep?
How about something with a bow and some strings?
Who said violins? Doesn't solve anything.
I was slightly disappointed there was no mention of me that night.
Grandpa, boys aren't the only things the girls talk about.
I learned that lesson long ago.
Oh, someone's at the door. Just a moment. Be there in a jiffy.
Agatha, it's been forever. You're looking... Agatha, so nice to see you.
Malden, your English is coming along superbly.
Well, thanks for noticing.
Давай,
Care to join me for a
пока.
spot of tea?
Now,
Я тоже пойду
Agatha,
сейчас спать. Сколько
I
время
know
там
better
время?
than
Аж
to
2
set
часа
foot
уже.
inside this tower, but I do appreciate the invitation.
You never know. You might like it better in here. The view is quite nice, and if it ever rains, we move.
I grew up in a cave, so I'm fine with a small, cold room with a view of rubble.
Speaking of small and cold, please tell him to be careful with this.
The message will be received.
I'm serious, Malden. I've spent my life coated in a thin layer of cosmolotion. It's a potion. It's not a panacea.
Duly noted. Oh, I almost forgot. He wanted to return this book he borrowed. Said he doesn't need it anymore.
Ah, yes. How to Tame Your Dragon. And how is Hornswoggle doing?
Hungry as always.
Good to know my feeding enchantment is holding up. Good day, Malden. It's always a pleasure.
The pleasure has been mine. Fare thee well, Agatha.
One night, Agatha invited us all to her pretty princess ball. I was nervous and excited.
Tonight we shall have our pretty princess ball. It will be everything we've always dreamed of. Faster now! Not graceful. Nope, again. Not graceful. That's not a princess move. It's turn, turn,
What the fuck?
twist. Not twist, turn, turn.
That was really lovely. Thanks, Hagatha. And Princess Graham, of course.
Thanks to you.
Oh, what a glorious evening. Oh, thank you, ladies, for a wonderful ball. I wish it would never end. Perhaps it shouldn't.
It was at that moment Hagatha realized she had everything she wanted inside the tower. Her happy ending was right in front of her. She would freeze time to keep that moment forever.
I wonder if I can make a large enough batch of frost tonic.
You and Graham are so sweet.
Shh. Oh, hush up.
That night, my nervous anxiety turned to happy butterflies. I went to bed with a smile on my face. I had won some favor with Hagatha, and she sent me on a special mission.
Princess Graham, the time has come. I have a very special mission for you. This magic won't last long, but I need you to bring me back the keys of harmony. Your spell will teleport you back here once you picked it up. I need to make sure I can trust you.
You know, Grandpa, I think you told me this part. Are you sure you're not getting the stories mixed up again?
Sadly, this is not a senior moment, I'm afraid.
Опять я портанулся к дракону. Так, надеюсь, сохранилось.